Hello, everyone. Now, in front of me, you find two sentences. All right. You recall the first sentence, okay, over here, brave and selfless nurses care for the sick, right? Was our sentence to explain the simple subject and the complete subject in the previous lesson. It's also the same sentence that we used to explain the simple predicate and the complete predicate in the previous lesson. All right, so I'm putting it here as well, so you can recall or review our discussion about the meaning or how to find the simple subject, the simple predicate, the complete subject, and the complete predicate. Okay. However, I also wrote okay to I also wrote another sentence after that. Okay, why? To show you that there is a third kind of subject and predicate, and that is what you call the compound subject and the compound predicate. So, what is a compound subject and what is a compound predicate? All right, so I wrote the other sentence here so that you can recall our simple subject and our simple predicate. Okay, notice in this example, you only have one subject, one word, one noun used as subject. And here in the predicate, in the simple predicate, in the same sentence, you also have one verb used as predicate. Okay, let's move on to the sentence that I have written below this one. Okay, so brave doctors and nurses wear masks and wash their hands in the hospital. All right, so brave doctors and nurses wear masks and wash their hands in the hospital. All right, so when we say compound subject, you are talking about two or more topics. You are talking about two or more nouns, two or more pronouns. Okay, so in this sentence, okay, we are talking about two, not one, but two nouns. So we have two topics in this sentence. Okay, so what are the two topics in this sentence? We have the doctors, okay, and we have the nurses. Okay, so when you say compound subject, you have two or more subjects or two or more topics in one sentence. Okay, so here, doctors and nurses, okay, are our nouns used as subjects. So they are called now compound subject. So what kind of subject do we have here in the second sentence? We have a compound subject. All right. Referring again to this sentence here, the first one that we used in the previous lesson, we only have one verb. Okay, that is our simple predicate. Okay. Now, when we say uh, compound predicate, we do not have one, but two or more verbs that make up the predicate. So in this case, all right, I think I have to write first or draw a line in between. Okay, I already found the verb, so I'm going to draw the green line here, over here. I hope you can see it. This green line separates the subject part, okay, from the predicate part. Okay, now this is a verb. Okay, that is why I put this slash here to separate this part from the subject. Okay, this is our verb. Okay, this one. Okay, and we have another verb. Okay, wear a mask and where's the other one? Okay. All right, so I think I better move this one. I better move the. Hang on, give me a moment, please. So, so as not to confuse you, okay, so wear masks and again, wash their hands. Okay? Wear masks and wash their hands. Okay? In the hospital. Right? I I had to move the wash because it was overlapping with our compound subject over here. All right. So this is our. So now we are looking at the compound predicate. Okay. Referring to the first sentence once again. Okay. This one here has only one verb. Okay, so that is also our simple predicate. And in this sentence, it has our complete predicate together with our simple predicate within it, only has one verb. All right, so here in the second sentence, we have two verbs. Okay, we have the verb wear, action verb wear, okay, and another one which is wash. Okay, so we have two verbs. We have two verbs here. Okay? One is wear and the other one is wash. Okay. Now, when you say compound predicate, you should have two or more verbs. So in this case, we have two verbs. So we have now what we call a compound. This two over here. Okay. We now have a compound predicate. Okay, so now we have three kinds of subject and three kinds of predicate. Okay, so now we have the simple subject over here, which is also inside the complete subject. Okay, so we have one subject here. The noun or the pronoun is your simple subject. Okay, while the noun together with adjectives or modifiers is what we call the part as the complete subject. Okay, now you have two or more nouns, okay, or pronouns within the subject part of the sentence, then you have a compound subject. Okay, now if you have a simple predicate, okay, you only have the verb, one verb, okay, everything that is related in the predicate part related to the verb, whether it be object, or adverbs modifying the verbs, okay, or objects of the verb or complements, as long as you find them in the predicate part, then together with the simple predicate, you have the complete predicate. So the third kind of predicate is what we call the compound predicate. Okay, so when you see compound predicate, that is that you should have two or more verbs like this one, wash and wear, okay, for you to have a compound predicate. Right? So in this lesson, we were able to discuss the parts of the sentence, the subject and the predicate, and the kinds of subject and the kinds of predicate. I hope you were able to understand the different parts of the sentence that would make up the complete thought. That's why it's called a sentence. And I also hope you're able to understand the differences in the different kinds of subject and the different kinds of predicate. Thank you for listening. I hope you learned something. Bye.